So this is recap for live stream 324, I believe. And today we've had a bit of a blow up day. First we'll start over on gold. Over on gold, we can see had a gap down in the market. The market rallied from the gap down, came in, put in the highs. Now went long, prices turned around, got out for a loss, went long again, and I believe this was another loss here. This was a revenge trade, and I actually lost on gold there. Long again. This might have been take profits, but was taking longs through here and was pretty much churning the account. This looks like a winner. Went long, that's a loser. So I had some difficulties as prices were struggling to break out above the regular trade now as highs that we did put in here. Took a couple of trades in towards that level. This trade, of course, hit the level, turned around, had to get out. This did get to target. This, on the other hand, did not break it. Ran up to the level, turned around. Those were pretty much the gold trades, so not great overall. Finally seen this breakout. Great. So over on ES, I went short looking for the gap fill. Did know there was a bit of risk due to this low here and this low over here. Went short, got a signal to get out, got out. Went short again, price came back, got a signal to get out, so got out for a loss there. Went short, took it off for a loss. Took it off for a loss there. Then went short, took it off for a loss, went long, prices turned around, took that off for a loss, went long, another loss, long, another loss. Went short, loss, and went short again, took it off for another loss. So I could not buy a single win on ES today. Price just continued to move to the upside, just continued the grinding move to the upside, and I just could not buy a win for the life of me. And finally, we'll look on the NQ, out of the most volatile of the instruments. Of course, has the most risk, so went short, I believe. Think we got to target there. Went short again, took it off for a loss as prices reversed. Went short again, took profits there. Long, profits, short, stopped out, I believe, and went long. Took that off for a loss, went short, loss, long, loss, and went through a series of winners and losers throughout this period before finally, after this most recent loss when I went short, decided to quit trading for the day. So if we have a look at the account, you can see the damage. I think we're minus 10 to start the day, so we're down about minus 330. We can see here are the losses. Went through that period of a lot of losing trades near the end of the trading session there. And we can see there were some smaller losses involved, 5. Bigger losses around 25, 17.5, 44. I think that might be the biggest loss of the day. Small losses, 8. Bigger loss there at 29. And these were pretty much the losses. As you can see, it's been a long series of losses. Another 39,750, 28,750. These are all on NQ, so had difficult time of it on NQ. The odd occasional win here and there, but overall just not great. And I certainly took a lot more trades than I've been taking for the past couple of days. I don't believe the day started as bad. I don't believe so. Started the day 9100. You can see here at one point we're above 608, and I think that's the high watermark. That 608 was the high watermark. From there, drew the account down to 259. Finally, we'll have a look at the trade performance. Let's see. Let's bring the trade performance over. Did say we had some concerns yesterday about the size of the average loss. And it has played out today. So we can see we took a total of 31 trades, quite a bit of trades here, especially considering I didn't take any trades on stocks. Looking at a total loss of 330,475. Of course, that's not great. 7 wins, 24 losses. That's pretty poor. Three times as many losses as we did wins for 23% accuracy. From there, we're looking at NQ with 25%. Poor accuracy. Total P&L is responsible for most of the lost P&L today. Lost 108,250 on NQ alone. 12 trades, 25% accuracy. Average win 23,750. Average loss being 20. Let's just say 28. So this was a risk with this strategy, that the average win would be smaller than the average loss, but compromised with poor accuracy, it certainly compounded the losses. And as we can see, minus 108. The very next instrument with the responsible for the greatest percentage of losses, of course, ES took a total of 11 trades. Not a single winner on ES. That's concerning. ES was difficult yesterday and again today. With this level of loss and this level of accuracy, incredibly poor for an average loss of 9,602. But taking 11 trades, 0%, that's just not workable as a metric. And over on gold, we lost 26. Was at 50%, 4 wins, 4 losers, 50%. And we are looking at the average win being quite a bit smaller than the average loss. So despite a 50% accuracy, the average win played a significant part, especially when compared to the average loss. And that's pretty much it. So overall, it was not a great day. We can see the total losses here, 406. That's obviously before the positive trades, but it was just not great overall. And I have to go back and think about this. Now, is it a case of stopping trading quicker when things are not working? Or is it making changes to the overall strategy? Well, I'll come back tomorrow. I'll think about it today and see what I can do to address this issue, of course. It's not great. I've gathered quite a bit more data in terms of the average losses. So I'm going to take that into account when setting targets going forward. And with that said, thanks for watching. Good luck trading. Have a great day.